of this was decided.
You really think you can change the future?
All of this was decided.
The truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear.
All of this was decided.
Good tidings, ladies and gentlemen of the Lodge, and welcome back. We got ourselves a late night video, a late night update here, where I am happy to report that we've got more news on Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. I told you guys that I would be keeping you in the loop on this, so here we go, getting it to you as soon as I can. Let's get into this. Let's translate the tweet and see what we got here. So it says, we will start recruiting for the Missing Link prototype test from today. Please see below for details. We're going to go ahead and open that up. This time it will be a prototype test that verifies only limited functions on a small scale instead of the usual closed beta test. We will inform you about the official closed beta test again from Nomura. So here we go, man. Things are moving. This entire project is in motion, and again, just like we suspected from the first update, this first test really isn't going to be a closed beta test per se, but is more just going to be verifying the basic functions. Now, let's get into the juicy stuff. Here's one part of this new image that we've got. Now, I've got a bigger image that I want to blow up and show you guys, but first things first, very interesting, showing a more rustic looking Scala at Kylum, especially in the artwork. It's not often we get to see an art direction quite like this, but I gotta say, it looks awesome. I don't have anything that's necessarily screaming out at me right now, at least from this small crop of the image, but you guys know how we do things here. There'll be a podcast where we put this thing under the microscope and really investigate it. But anyway, before I blow up the full image here, I want to send some props to KH Guides, who actually, this is who broke the story for me. This is where I first heard of the story, so I want to give my man KH Guides here a lot of props for being early on this story, a lot of props for getting it out there. Make sure you're following him on YouTube, make sure you're following him on Twitch and Twitter. Amazing Kingdom Hearts content creator, will keep you in the loop. But anyway, Mr. Guides was kind enough to post the full art that we're getting here for this Missing Link update, and we can see a much more in-depth view of this version of Scala. And I gotta say, the backdrop is absolutely beautiful. Again, my theory brain doesn't have anything that's jumping out or screaming at me just yet. I really think this art is just to set the tone and really set the atmosphere. I think if there is anything hidden in this art, it's going to have something to do with this character. As we can see, they got themselves a cool looking, rustic looking Keyblade there. You know, it's funny, we've recently been talking about the Master's Defender on this channel, and this Keyblade obviously isn't the Master's Defender, but certainly stylistically looks a lot like it. So I think if our theory brains are looking for anything to point out, I think this cut right here has definitely got it. Mr. Guides points out right here that it looks as if this character might be holding a gun. That maybe guns or shooting might be introduced in Missing Link to some extent. But anyway, that's just purely speculation. But here you go. Here's the new art. I really like it. I'm so excited for Missing Link. You know, not just for the cutscenes, but I really do want to give the game itself a fair shake. It seems to be a whole other level above where Union Cross was. But let's get a look into the website itself. So they got a whole website up for it now, and it looks beautiful. Now let's just go ahead and translate this. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect or anything here, but here it says call for testers, tester recruitment period, December 19th to December 26th. All right, so it looks like right here we got a whole little prototype test overview. And it says Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is a game app for smartphones, the latest in the Kingdom Hearts series. A prototype test will be conducted from January 13th, 2023 to verify the functions for the official service. Okay, so as it's saying right here, obviously as we went over, December 19th to 26th is the recruitment period, and it looks like the beta test itself is going to be from 7 o'clock on Friday, January 13th to Wednesday, January 18th. So if we draw our attention to the first sentence here, again, it says Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is a game app for smartphones. So those of us who are holding out for a console port or a PC port, we're just gonna have to keep on holding out. But it does mention down here, just to verify things we already pretty much knew, this beta test is only for those who live in Japan, those aged 18 and over. So again, as we know now, the registration period, recruitment period, is from December 19th to December 26th. The beta test itself will be from January 13th to January 18th, and again, just to reiterate, this will be exclusive to those who are 18 and older in Japan. Now, I think what's cool about this is, honestly, by mid-January, the first beta test is done. That to me means so long as things go smoothly, we can probably expect this game around summertime, which would be awesome. But yeah, let's keep moving forward and see if we find anything. But as we scroll down here, it looks like we got a bit of a FAQ. Let's start here. What is a prototype test? You will be given the opportunity to play a prototype version with a partial system of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. And then again, this looks like it's just more of the same. The main purpose is to verify the functional service. Again, just basic services, basic functions is what they're looking. Can I play on iOS or Android? The service will be for both iOS or Android, but it looks like, at least this prototype, the beta testing is for iOS only. I'm sure they'll probably do beta testing for both iOS and Android, but right now it looks like it's only going to be that. Let's see, anything else here that might be of interest to us? Why not this? If I change the model, can I take over the play data on the new device? Prototype test does not support data transfer function. Well, I think that question might have been for the full game, but we'll have to circle back on that one. Okay. But yeah, I guess these are just some of the basic FAQs. You guys could check this out if you want. I'll have the link in the description if you want to see this for yourself. But yeah, it looks like things are moving right along here with Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. So just want to give another special shout out to KH Guides for posting this full art here and for keeping us in the loop. Yeah, it looks like things are moving right along for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. As we suspected, this is a very basic beta test and it is going to be exclusive to Japan only. Doesn't appear to be any sort of plan to port this to console or PC. But before we wrap up here, there was something of note that I found in this image. Let's see if I could zoom this in a little bit. So we do have a couple of characters here wearing hoods. I don't know if that's going to be anything of significance, but when I look around on the art, I see a lot of people wearing this style of a hat. And it looks like they got pins in them too. These seem to be the only exclusive characters wearing hoods, and it looks like this character may not even have a blade, but again, that might just be the weird angle. Again, don't think it's anything too crazy or anything we could build a full-on theory off of just yet, but just thought I'd point out a couple of things I'm starting to notice in the background. But anyway, let's give another special shout out to my man KH Guides for keeping us in the loop on this. And for posting this full-blown art, which is absolutely beautiful. I'll be looking at this a little bit further to see if I can find anything, but at the very least, what we have here is a beautiful work of art. So, that's gonna just about do it for us here. How are you guys feeling about Missing Link? Are you as excited as I am to see that this beta test is happening nearly right away? However, at the end of the day, I do hope Square Enix takes their time, make it the best game you possibly can. But anyway, feel free to share your thoughts with me in the comments below. You know you can rely on me. I'll keep you guys as up to date on Missing Link as I can. And if there's any sort of beta test open to us here in the West, I'll make sure you guys know about it right away. But anyway, you all be good out there. Be good to yourselves and each other. And I will see all of you beautiful sickos and normies next time.
All of this was decided.
You really think you can change the future?
All of this was decided.
The truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear.
All of this was decided.
Why not just sit back and watch it play out?
All of this was decided.
May your heart be your guiding key.